Hey everyone, welcome to episode 49 of Chubby Cat. It's me, Tom, your host who likes to boast, joined by my lovely, lovely brothers with the biggest penises I know.
This is Odin.
Odin the hung.
Oh,
Dick so big he poked out his own eye.
wow.
Shit.
Shit.
and tier steel shaft. I'm working on it.
That one doesn't really roll off the tongue as Odin, but tier steel shaft?
Yeah.
Steel shaft. Like your dick came off and now you like have a steel shaft?
It worked in Egyptian lore.
Or your dick is so strong it's like steel.
More like dick so strong it's like steel.
Damn.
He also lost his hand from a masturbating incident.
Yeah.
Sterling
With a wolf.
Steel Shaft. That's your porn name.
But I have to keep using my real name.
Sterling Steel Shaft is still a really good porn name.
I know.
It's a good point.
It is a really great porn name. Anyways, hey guys, how's your week been? Weeks since last we recorded.
Yeah.
And since I've seen you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, been busy.
Yeah.
First weekend of
Tom
the
had a crazy weekend.
Yeah,
last
work.
week.
I work
Really?
kind of
Just-
sometimes.
Oh, he got owned by his jobs.
I did.
Hard.
We're like, hey man, what's your plan? He was like, working from like 10 to like 10. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
cool.
I'll see you next week.
Like that full 12 hours.
Like,
All
what
right.
about tomorrow? Oh, tomorrow's a little easier. Just working from like 8 to 7. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
He's like, then I'm going to home and go to bed.
I'm going home to bed. I'm tired.
That's an hour more.
He's like, oh, all right. Yeah, my week was okay. Had a very stressful interview, but it went well. So I'll hear back probably next week, like midweekish.
Nice.
But yeah, it was very, very hellish.
That's just my job. that description right there, just hellish.
Hellish?
Yeah, there was a great day where my coworker, I normally work with, wasn't there. The AM librarian, and that was a great day. It was a great day. That was it.
Like that's all I
All
got.
right.
That's all.
I definitely just hashtagged our picture with Chubby Girl instead of Chubby Cat.
Oh, that's gonna do great
There's
things
a
for
picture
us.
of you, and I felt really bad. I was just like,
Wow, that's
I was like literally like, new episode in the can. Hope you're all having a great Labor Day weekend. Hashtag Chubby Cat, but autocorrected to Chubby Girl. I was just like,
that's pretty
I do
fucked up.
I do also love that Tom is already calling a shot. Like episode in the can. Like nothing could go wrong.
nothing can go wrong.
Like 2 minutes in.
Yep. That's how we do it. Movie magic.
That's the story of Thomas's sex life. 2 minutes in, nothing can go wrong.
It's true.
Nothing
Nothing.
could go
Because
wrong.
nothing go wrong in
What?
2 minutes. I get it done in 2 minutes.
What song are you on at that point? At the 2 minute mark?
Yeah, what is
Oh,
that?
on the 2 minute mark? Like for playing it like 2 times speed?
Wow, I didn't even think that. Ouch.
You play it 2 times speed?
Is that a thing?
I mean, if I'm going for a 2 minute, yeah. Get it in,
we're
get
just
it
saying
out.
that you were in.
No, I just meant for
in
your
the 2 minute
playlist.
mark. Yeah, where
Oh,
you
then
at?
we're still in song number 1.
Yeah,
we're
that's
still
what I'm saying. What song is that?
Yeah.
I'm asking you what song is song number 1. I don't remember.
Do I need to break
yeah,
out my phone because I have the list?
I'm going to say
I'm the keeper
it's
of this
definitely,
I was gonna say.
definitely
I was
song 3.
like, this was an audacious song playlist you put together, and apparently it's on 2 times speed, which I did.
I did not know.
If we're going for the 2 minutes, yeah, then I got to get through it. I got to give her even if we're going for a quickie, I still got to give the woman the full experience of the CD.
Okay. If we're at the 2 minute mark, I think we're still in "Hungry Like a Wolf," song number 1.
Okay, yeah.
He might still be in "Blowjob" at this point.
I
then.
still might be just down in
down
the
to
Laffy Taffy, Willy Wonka style.
Yep.
To getting the schnozberries.
Oh God, what's the taffy that had like peanut butter chunks in it?
Oh, Abba Zaba.
Abba
Zaba.
Zaba. So Abba Zaba is the phrase you use when like there's pieces of toilet paper stuck.
No! Why do you gotta? Oh, why? I mean, it happens. I'm not like it's, but still, just to think about it out of nowhere.
Hey man,
Wasn't ready.
you're along for this crazy train.
My mom
Yeah.
loved Abba Zaba. Like,
Mine too.
I don't think I've ever had Abba Zaba. I just am aware of it.
Nothing
it's honestly,
pleasant.
it's not bad. It's very difficult to eat. My
Yeah.
risk reward like payoff
Very
is
minimal.
not worth it.
Yeah, if I'm gonna go with candy, I'm gonna go chocolate.
See, I'm not a big chocolate guy. We've had this discussion
Maybe
before.
a Jolly Rancher, but
Yeah.
I'm not a big taffy person anyways.
Yeah, 'cause it's gonna get stuck. It's like, I guess my ultimate favorite candy bar is a Butterfinger.
Butterfingers are great.
But I got to be in the mood for the Butterfinger because I know it's a commitment. Like
Yeah.
hours after, I'm like, gotta get that.
Gotta get that like last bit of like
Flaky, buttery
the
goodness.
nougat wafer, whatever it is, like out of like the back molars. Yeah, it's
Yep.
bad. You're
Yeah.
committed.
It is.
I think a nice like guilt-free candy bar for me, where you're not like guilt, like commitment-free, I guess. Where you're just like,
Yeah.
you know what, like
I'm just
you can
gonna enjoy
eat
this.
and enjoy it and be done with it. Is a Kit Kat.
Ooh, break me off a piece of that.
Wafer.
Yeah, you got a wafer, but it's a nice clean wafer. It's not gonna get up in there.
That or a thick Hershey's bar. You have to go like the king size ones that actually have some substance.
Not a Hershey's.
I
fan.
like straight chocolate though. But if I'm gonna do like my less thought, I'm gonna go for an Uno bar. It's kind of a
What's an
random-
Uno bar?
You haven't
Never
had
heard of Uno bar. I've had like I was thinking like if I want like a straight chocolate, I usually go like Symphony or something.
The fuck's a symphony?
That's another. It's just a chocolate
chocolate bar.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm not a connoisseur of chocolate.
Mr. Good bar.
Mr. Goodbar's great, but it has
Classic.
peanuts in it.
I like peanuts.
I love Mr. Goodbar though.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, fucking
But-
100 grand.
But anyway, yeah.
You can accident like if you're going too zealous on the good bar, you can get a rogue peanut
Yeah.
that jams up in the gums and surprises you.
Same with what's the? It's basically a payday bar but covered in chocolate.
Oh, Baby Ruth?
Baby
Baby
Ruth.
Ruth.
Oh God, I love a Baby Ruth bar.
Baby Ruth bars are good.
Again, that's another commitment.
Lots
one.
of peanuts.
Chewy
though. You-
peanuts.
caramel in there,
Yeah.
just a little bit. But yeah,
I'm sorry. Can we just take a
get
moment
down.
to like recognize the awesomeness of this picture right now
yeah,
of my favorite child I know?
it is our communal niece.
Yep.
What appears to be furiously hula-ing on her birthday party.
Goes
Fiercely
so hard.
going hard.
She looks committed. It's a very cute picture. She's
God, I
3
love
years
that.
I
old.
Love
enjoy
that
it.
girl.
I enjoy it.
So Uno bar, tell me about this. Is it just a chocolate or?
Think slightly denser but still lighter than the Three Musketeers,
Okay.
with little tiny like slivers of almond mixed into the fluff.
Who makes it? It's not Nestle, right?
I don't even know. See, Uno bars were introduced to me by my grandmother,
Gotta look this up.
and she used to like to freeze them, which
Okay.
they're amazing for frozen, but they're amazing plain. And so, yeah, they have more and less substance than a Three Musketeers bar, and are just far superior as far as taste. Like I found Three Musketeers to be a little too chewy, a
Yeah.
little too like too sweet.
Yeah, there's a lot of fluff. There's
Exactly.
not a lot going on.
Yeah, and Uno bar, silver packaging. You can't find them everywhere, but they're delicious.
Yeah, I'm looking
Yeah,
at the
I've never heard of an Uno bar.
I've literally never seen it either.
Yeah.
It's
It says it's comparable to a Three Musketeers bar, but only in appearance.
yeah.
All right.
It has a much higher fat content,
Yes.
and its center is a chocolate fluff. So
Yeah.
I can see where you're going from with the Three Musketeers. Mm-hmm. There's a rich, creamy chocolate filling. They used to come in 2 flavors, original and mint. It's Annabelle Candy Company
Huh.
that makes it.
Wow. I didn't know
Do
that.
they make anything else? Do they only do that?
They
They're
might
a
just make
California-based candy manufacturer. This is, I'm sure, very exciting.
Yeah.
They made the Rocky Road candy bar,
Oh yeah.
Didn't know about that either.
Yeah, it's a thing.
and oh god, they make Abba Zaba.
Of course they do.
It's all come full circle. We're
All
closing
right,
this.
we're back.
closing
We're
in.
back in it.
Perfect.
But yeah, an Uno bar. If you ever get a chance, actually, I almost grabbed them. They sell them at Fry's. While we were there
we were
earlier
at
this
Fry's
afternoon.
today. It was a
That's
very
funny.
disappointing
Yeah, it was
adventure.
sad.
to
But I
Fry's.
almost
Yeah,
I was getting ready to drop like $700, and they just don't want my money.
and we're a family of brothers that can do some work at Fry's.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
We can
I left-
drop some coinage.
I spent $10. I bought a rocket.
I spent 0. My
camera
budget
rocket.
was like 3. I was looking for thumbtacks.
I spent 13. I didn't go in with a budget at all. But that's how I go into every store.
You're ready to leave with a new PC.
I was ready to leave with something.
He was like,
I don't know what, but something.
if I was convinced, I was gonna pull the trigger,
Yeah.
and I didn't need much convincing.
Yeah, but on that note, yeah, no conviction remaining.
Yeah.
And
So, question for you,
I just bought
Sterling.
snacks.
Fun thing happened to us. We went to Denny's this morning for breakfast and
Oh, yes.
ate too much food. Although,
Always.
speaking of it right now, like I'm kind of coming off the Denny's high, and like I'm ready for that ramen.
Yeah, I'm in a good place.
Me too. But anyway, so we were sitting there, and a homeless gentleman came by the window and was kind of like fixing his hair and tried like the back door, right? And he came in through the front door, and we were sitting by the table, kind of by the restrooms. We're at the Santee Denny's, and as he's walking by, like a family had just left. like the table that's by the restrooms, And as he walked by, he took the tip off the table and went to the bathroom. Was in the bathroom
For a while.
Wow.
and then came out and then went out that back door. What would you have done in that situation?
Like we were discussing it while he was in the bathroom.
Yeah,
So
while
he
he was in the bathroom,
left
we were
yet.
having the discussion of, okay, do we tell the manager right now? Like he stole a tip. Like, do we cause like a scene in this Denny's? Do we just tell like the manager, hey, to keep an eye out for him? Like, what would you have done? Would you cause a confrontation then and there, or?
Yeah, actually, I would have waited till he got out of the bathroom. Then I would have spoken to him,
Uh-huh.
asked him to put the tip back, and I would have given him money.
Oh, okay. So you would have confronted him
Yeah, personally.
personally. Gotcha.
But again, you have to look in the environment I am. My perspective on those kind of things, like in a normal situation, before my job, I would have done risk reward, as I've always cautioned. Oftentimes, individuals who are indigent like that or are homeless carry sharp objects and can be somewhat erratic. So it is potentially dangerous. You want to help people as best you can, but you also have to think about safety.
Yeah.
But yeah, with my new perspective on the job, like not much even like remotely makes me concerned anymore with dealing with people. So I probably would have been like, hey, sir.
Yeah, because I was ready to like kind of tell manager why he was in the restroom and stuff. But
Yeah.
then Jay brought up the point of like, do you really want to like confront a homeless man right now and make him turn out his pockets for like whatever little money he has? And I'm like, that's a good point. Like, I don't want to like
my other
demoralize
option,
this guy.
yeah, my other option is that it's like, hey, sir, I know times are hard, but if I'd like to help you. If you place that back, I'll happily give you some money. Or my thought is, after the fact, go over there, replace the tip myself, and then speak to the manager about it.
All that kind of ran through my head too. I had
Yeah.
a 20 in my pocket. I'm like, I'm not gonna give this guy a 20 for stealing. And now, nor am I gonna be like, can you break this like with this tip you just stole?
Yeah.
So I was kind of in a quandary there because I'm like, I would be open to, if it was like $5 and I had $5, being like, hey man, like, if you need it that bad, like, I'll give it to you, but that's that woman's tip, she's, I'm sure, also counting on it. And that's her livelihood as well, do the right thing. But my currency exchange was awkward enough that I was like, this isn't really gonna work out. I'm also not wanting to tip $20 because their service wasn't great.
It was not. It was pretty
it was
subpar.
pretty
CMT
subpar.
Denny's. What's up? What's up? Calling you out.
So I was like, God, like,
Yeah, no,
what do I
that's
do
one of those
here?
tough ones.
And
That's
the same
one of
thing where I'm like, we could tell the manager, but I mean, are they gonna like? They have our word for it. Are they gonna like fleece this homeless man? Like, that's gonna be ugly. And,
undoubtedly, they won't. Like, I'll be honest, most places
right, they're
won't,
gonna be like, I'll eat it, and that sucks. So we kind of settled for more like, grab the waitress, be like, hey, I'm sure you've seen him. This probably isn't his first time in or around here, but just he stole the tip. So if you want to, stop him next time he comes in or whatever, refuse him service, make him leave, be on the watch, just have someone keep an eye on him, whatever. Kind of up, we put it in their court, but
yeah.
it was some good awkward discussion of like,
I mean,
Like-
morally, where we at, but at the same time,
Again, doing the same thing too, where I'm like, if I was by myself and I had nothing to do, probably wouldn't have minded doing a bit more of a confrontation. Be like, hey man, like,
What's
what's
up?
going on?
Yeah.
Like we saw you, we know what's up.
And it also depends on the individual. There's a couple actually who roam around the East County area, and they steal things and go into various bathrooms and shave like their entire bodies, and they leave them a mess and shoot up. And I actually recognize them from several places where I've seen them do this, and where like management staff and like security personnel from the place that we're at has like come and had to escort them off the premise. So it's like, okay,
Yeah, I don't know, but like my wife had to go back like home to get ready for work in like a half an hour, and I was like, if we get dragged into this as like witnesses, like we might not be able to leave in time, and I was just like, not ideal. All this like ran through my head pretty quickly, and I was like, okay, let's just kind of do this. That'd be my suggestion. Tom agreed, but
yeah.
we're just like, what is like the best outcome, So, thought it was interesting, food for thought.
Yeah, indeed. I'm trying not to.
There's a hurricane going on right now.
There
Well,
is.
it probably has passed, but some flooding going on. We were talking. I was talking
Hurricane, you say?
a hurricane. What is that?
Oh,
Hurricane Harvey. Way to be a
Oh,
bitch,
yes.
Harvey. But anyways, has flooded, I would say, a good portion of Houston and neighboring counties. But me and Jay were talking about this the other day. We thought it was pretty funny. I mean, not funny, but just ironic that we have pirates in Texas.
Yeah, that's like a
Yeah,
thing now.
that's
Yeah.
a thing.
Like, that's pretty fucking crazy to be like, yeah, I'm a pirate.
Yep.
Like, could you put that on a resume
Yeah.
I will absolutely will.
afterwards?
What skills do you have? I did some solid pirating for about 2 months.
Swashbuckling,
Like,
buccaneering. Is that
Is
is
that
that a good?
piracy?
that's
Yeah.
okay. Flooding starts.
Or do you call yourself a merchant marine? Because that's what the
So there you go.
Oh,
old,
there you go.
There you go.
yeah, military jargon was for that individual.
Yeah, the crown sanctioned pirates.
Yes, the privateers.
The privateer.
The privateers.
The privateer
Oh,
army.
I'm a privateer by trade.
Although I do like the idea
Oh,
of like
I'm a self-made man.
That churched up really well, didn't it?
these it's very Texas, and these pirates are robbing people, right? And then like they make gangs and like make like a pirate's cove.
Okay.
But then slowly the waters start, going back and receding, and they're like, we're a dying breed, and like it's totally like the resurgence of like losing the pirates and like facing off.
all over the course of like 2 weeks.
All the course of 2 weeks, like just plays out. Like you go from living the highest high to like the lowest low, and then like you're kind of just like, well, I guess
Can't go back to the life I used to live.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could either.
But then pirates just turn into like regular street gangs.
Right? Or they all fly to Somalia.
Yeah,
Oh God,
because it's the pirate's life for
man.
them.
Yeah.
Fucking
it's a
crazy,
rough
dude.
choice.
They're like, hey guys, we're in.
Yeah,
100%.
because this got brought up. I was like, I'll be kind of like, if I had a boat, like I think I would go out there and help out.
Yeah.
And then Jay's like, yeah, no, you probably get robbed. I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, people were robbing
They're
the boats
pirates.
trying to save them. And I'm like, cool, cool. Yeah, probably will
So
stay
go,
here.
go
then.
out there well armed is what I'm basing. And but it's Texas.
Yeah,
so
they're gonna
like,
be well armed
They're
too.
well
Like,
armed already.
They're probably better armed.
Yeah.
Like by fact that we live in California and they live in Texas, they're almost certainly better armed.
Yeah.
armed for sure.
Yep.
Yeah. It's pretty nuts.
Fucking crazy, dude.
So backtracking just slightly to the topic of breakfast.
Breakfast.
I want to introduce. I'm going to kind of give some background on this one, and obviously today is a bad example because we know what we ate. Well,
Yeah.
we know we ate at Denny's.
Yeah.
But I want to do a new segment periodically where I just ask Thomas, like, what did he have for breakfast?
Oh,
Because within the last couple of months, I've gotten some gems out
Yeah.
of that man's mouth on things he's had for breakfast.
yeah. I mean, I
You
know.
sometimes have some strange list of
Tom
items.
lives a bachelor lifestyle,
I guess so.
and
not by
especially-
choice. Not by choice.
Not by choice.
Just does.
especially right now with his recent erratic employment schedule.
Yeah.
I think it's led him to loosen the standards of what can reasonably be considered breakfast.
I mean, I don't get what you mean. Like, I have
Absolutely. I agree with Jason on this 100%.
It's not like I'm having like a thing of whiskey for breakfast. Like have like
I
an
had a
app-
handful of grapes.
yeah.
That's it.
Handful
Maybe
of
some
grapes or
cheese.
some almonds and like salami or an apple and a glass of water.
So what was the example you gave? Do you remember what it was like 2 days ago?
2 days ago,
Basically, Thomas needs to start a food journal for us.
right? Thomas's breakfast.
It's a breakfast journal.
Yeah.
Well, because like you go downstairs, like I'm gonna make breakfast. I'm gonna have like, oh, that's right. Because I was like, my mom had bought muffins and like it was
Yes.
like a variety of muffins. I was like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna have some muffins.
Sour muffins can have
And
a muffin.
Yeah.
I don't know. In the course of like 2 days, I was gone. I came home and like all that was left out of the 9 muffins was one bran muffin.
Oh.
And I was like, like I'm not really into brand. My mom's into that. I'll leave it for her. So then like I went scourging. So I think I ended up having like, fuck, what did I have? Was it like apricots? I had like some I had something like just a handful. Like I normally end up going to a lot of like dried foods and stuff. I'll just do like a handful of that, and I'm like, all right. And then some coffee.
Yeah, it was like coffee, like half an apricot, and like it was something like really specific, like 6 walnuts or something. Where I was
Yeah.
like, what the fuck?
Fistful of walnuts.
Yeah, I'm just going back to my hunter gatherer.
Yeah,
society.
So the original one that caught my attention and kind of had perked my ears anytime Tom mentions breakfast food was there was a week where Thomas was. If we haven't mentioned it before, Thomas runs a semi-professional house sitting company.
Yeah, if you ever need
Yeah,
me to
he
like
really does.
house sit and pet sit, let me know because I've been doing it for now like several years.
But I mean, he was house sitting at his own house basically, but like everyone was gone, and his mom right before she left said like I bought a bunch of lettuce. Don't let it go bad.
She went to Costco and bought heads of lettuce, like
She
not
bought
just
9
like
heads of lettuce.
yeah, not
yeah.
like bags of lettuce, like heads of lettuce. Looks at me and goes, "Don't let any of these go bad," and just leaves.
Wow. Mic drop.
I was having wedge salads for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, like every day. Like
So Thomas comes over and I'm like, "Hey man, you feeling lunch?" He's like, "I could do some lunch. Breakfast wasn't like super satisfying. What'd you have?" He's like, "A head of lettuce." I'm like, "What? Like by itself?" He's like, "I put like a little dressing on it."
yeah, a little
Like,
dressing. I would cut a head of lettuce in half, and then I would chop up the head of lettuce, like half a head of lettuce, put it in a bowl, take some dressing, toss that in, and then I'd be like, "Oh, I got some turkey meat left," and I'd throw that in, or I found some cranberries, craisins, or whatever, throw that in.
Just throw whatever.
Yeah.
It's a very versatile food.
So Thomas,
I suppose.
like my breakfast, I'm looking at maybe some eggs,
Yeah.
some meats, some cheeses,
Yeah. No.
maybe like some toast.
Yeah, I don't wake up that early. Like I wake up early, but I don't wake up enough time to like prepare myself breakfast. That makes
Yeah,
sense.
even then they make grab and go breakfast, called like a granola bar.
Yeah,
Or-
a protein shake.
Yeah, it's what
a
my like
Pop-Tart.
almonds are. I'm like almonds, perfect. Almonds and fruit. Let's go.
Yeah, protein shake. Maybe you pre-cut up some. Like,
Sometimes I do
some
oatmeal.
cheese and nuts.
Sometimes I do some
like-
oatmeal.
But Tom just, he just
No,
takes it
you
to this
usually
weird,
just grab stuff. Like literally, it's
Yeah.
like,
This
weird
oh, I had a handful of
scavenging
this.
piece.
Yeah, I like
I took
handfuls.
so few bites of this.
Yeah, I like handfuls and then a glass of water. I'm like, day
handfuls.
started.
Day started. I can't even like. I
And
make
the-
sure to wake up early so I could like. I grab a banana, protein shake, usually maybe some toast, or like banana, protein shake, cereal.
Yeah,
Something.
Basically, a lot of protein. I'll be honest.
yeah. It doesn't happen often, but it happens often.
It happens often.
So keep an eye out.
Yeah,
Or an ear out
I'll start writing down what I've had for breakfast.
for
every now and
for
then.
Tom's breakfast journal. If,
Yeah.
if there's any good ones, you'll be
It's
the
never
first.
Tom's
never
brekkie.
crazy. Yeah,
I like it.
I don't know.
Dig it.
Fuck it.
I like handfuls.
I like handfuls. I like handfuls of stuff. I don't know. So speaking of my sporadic employment, I've been applying to jobs like crazy,
As one
right?
does.
Yeah.
Because it is almost maddening, like the amount of time you spend when you're unemployed, not doing shit.
Yeah.
Like you can attest to
I
that.
can
you
attest
know.
to this fully.
And you did it for years.
I did
Like,
it for 2 years.
yeah, I'm going on to like my 3rd month right now, and I'm like, I'm running out of money that I budgeted, and no one's like calling me in for like interviews. I'm like, I've reworked my resume, like writing cover letters, but I digress. Anyway, I applied for a job the other day, and it was like just the name of the company, and it was like videographer, $60K yearly salary, must be 18 and older. And I was like, this sounds perfect.
Fuck yeah. I can do
Send
this.
in resume, then do a little Google search of like the company. It's a porn site.
No, not just any porn site.
Well, I didn't want to focus on just that part of the thing, but yes, it's a male gay porn site.
There we go.
Yeah,
I feel like it adds a little extra spice to it.
yeah. It was. I mean, I don't regret that I sent him an application. I wish I did some more research beforehand, just partly because I don't have any experience in shooting porn, and then also like I just don't know. So now I'm like, I've been having this dilemma where I'm like, because if they call me in for an interview, I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm going in for an interview.
Yeah.
It's a dope job.
It is
Yeah.
a dope job. It's like only work 10 to 15 days out of the month,
That's amazing.
but I would make like $60K a year. I'm like,
Oh.
I don't know shit about gay porn, but I'd
I would do that in a heartbeat.
so that's my thing right now.
Heartbeat.
So that's my thing right now is like, okay, I send in my resume. If they respond like, hey, I want to set up an interview, like one of my favorite things to do is to research the job. So you go in when they're like, hey,
course, yeah.
questions and things.
Yeah.
Like it's just a good way to go in for an
company and
interview.
stuff, be able to talk about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that means I have to
So-
start watching some male gay porn.
Just
Just like partly just because I'm like, what does the typical like man on man scene consist of? Like, what are certain shots? Like,
I feel like you could ask that of Google and not necessarily have to end up watching porn. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah,
I mean,
you
it's
could,
like a
yeah, you
mixture
could
of,
get
like-
a good feel for it. Like again, I'm not a film person by any means, so
Yeah.
if you get a better understanding by viewing it, or like by doing technically,
yeah, like it's
then,
mostly
yeah.
like what are the beats? Like, okay, like
Yeah.
we start with dirty talk, making out, blow job. Do both guys blow each other? Is that a normal thing? Is it like
Honestly,
or is it one?
no idea.
Like, yeah,
I'm
does it
gonna-
depend on the scene? Like, yeah,
I'm
it's
gonna
just
go
stuff like
dissenting
that.
opinion from Sterling and say you should probably watch some gay porn. And
Yeah,
because if for whatever reason you're like, this really isn't my thing, or I have a hard time focusing on, or whatever, that's gonna be your job.
See,
You're
I
gonna be
almost
staring
think
at it all day.
I almost think I'd be
Like,
really good at it. 2 reasons.
probably because you're not gonna be distracted by
Exactly.
it, right?
That's
I'm not,
what I- that's
but
what
I
I
mean,
said.
also,
Much
but
from a
also I'm thinking
clinical
too,
point,
like
but-
people who work on porn sites probably don't get distracted in general.
Yeah.
I'd imagine.
But,
not.
like-
not when they get about the first day.
Yeah.
The novelty I'm sure would wear off.
Yeah, you're more
quickly.
like, this is happening, but
Yep.
like, I mean, I don't know. That was just a fun thing. I was like, oh, I applied for that, and then I was like, that could be something I get interviewed for and do. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
but I'm
all
saying
right.
you might as well do it because that's literally going to be your job. You're going to have
Yeah.
to watch it, and anyways, with a critical eye, might as well start now and see. Is this something
and then see if
you
there's
could
things
see yourself doing.
Yeah,
you know?
see if something I'm doing. If it's like something, because I mean, I've shot stuff before. I've never shot anything like that, but I'm assuming it's like similar angles. Like, okay, light it properly, things like that.
What's the view? I mean, what
Yeah.
are we focusing on?
Exactly.
Yeah,
And
so
then
again, like
if there's shots I can improve on and be like, okay, well, this is how it's typically done. Let's try doing something creative here and like trying to be different.
Yeah.
I would literally approach it as like any film project.
Yeah,
I would
Yeah,
say. But-
absolutely.
But yeah, I was like, fuck yeah, 10 to 15 days of work for $60K. I'm like,
hi.
Yeah.
hi.
And this is, this whole segment I'm sure is in no way meant to disparage gay community.
No, by
not at
no
all.
means.
in any way. But I know
Or
that, like
porn,
Tom
for
said,
that matter.
No, but like Tom said, I know I've read from various like articles and things like that. Like Crack.com did a series on a few of them, that even within the porn industry there are certain genres that are treated and handled very differently.
Yeah.
And one of them is like interracial, and one of them is like gay porn. A lot of times gay porn is like a stepping stone for
Yeah, like
actors,
the gay to pay.
to be able to get in the door into the heterosexual piece regardless of their sexual preferences.
Exactly.
You
Yeah.
have to kind of do that part first. So it could very well be handled very differently. It's just not something we typically watch, being
Yeah.
cis
It's also
males,
also an
yeah.
industry, like I know film industry stuff, like, and I'm getting my feet are wet in that, but like
Right.
porn industry's a whole other beast.
It's a whole other monster.
It pushes like I would say the film industry almost, like it's almost like
Oh, yeah.
porn, and then like film industry kind of goes, oh, that's cool, like we should do that.
We should
Yeah,
probably make
a lot
that
of,
up.
a lot of times the tech standards and stuff
Yeah.
are,
So
are
I'm just
led
like,
by
yeah, it's
that,
literally
one of
it's
the
an
biggest
industry I
industries.
don't know anything about. Like I'm like, I know like the technical stuff, but I have no idea how to work the stuff. So I'm like,
It'd be interesting.
I'm like, yeah,
I'll be honest,
exactly.
quite the learning experience.
it would be,
so.
it would be. Like I'm just like, yeah. So right now I'm like,
And
I applied for it.
It would
Hopefully I
open
get
up a lot of doors if
be true. But I
I feel
bring
like
this
there's
up.
I feel like there's some metaphor there, but anyway.
I bring this up because I don't know if there's still that stigma. There used to be a stigma if you worked in the industry, the porn industry. You
couldn't
almost
be a serious
you couldn't be a
director,
serious director. You couldn't be a serious actress, and you kind of see some of those walls getting like grayed a little bit. I know there's some former porn stars that are on like Game of Thrones and like other. You see them sometimes in horror movies and like kind of moving
lots
into
of horror
more.
movies,
Yeah. So you kind of have those gray areas. But I was thinking about this, and I was like, if I do get this job, should I have a stage name? And I was like, okay, like, because I mean, a stage name wouldn't be bad, like, to
No,
have,
no.
like, kind of thing. But I'd,
A non de plume, as
yeah,
it were.
I mean, I know a couple of porn stars, and they have stage names, and
Yeah.
like, so I was like, yeah, I'll just get a thing of stage name. But I was like, I don't want it to be the like what pet you had and what street you grew up on. So if we take a couple minutes,
Classic.
and like, what would your porn name be? Like, not using that guideline of
Oh yeah, no.
yeah.
like I still. So mine, if we're using the old, it would be Rusty Winchester, which is like good, but like DP Rusty Winchester, like I don't know. Like I still like Rusty. Like I feel like that's
Still
like a
like
good like,
Rusty.
hey Rusty, you ready for this shot? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I like the Winchester part.
Hmm.
Any thoughts? Like Rusty Williams? Like keep it with the W or go like different last name?
You could go with the W. I don't think Williams necessarily. I don't know.
Do I go like pseudo with it and go with my real surname of Powers, Rusty Powers?
I feel like attaching it to like a director you admire.
Rusty Howard?
Yeah. I feel like that's a good one. It's a good like nod
Yeah.
to yourself and like anyone who really knows you.
All right. So
That sounds like a reasonable.
my DP name, if I ever got into the porn industry, would be Rusty Howard. How about you
Good
guys?
thought.
Okay. Position you would like to work on a porn set, and then your name. I'm springing it on him.
I feel like
Yeah,
you
no,
get.
for sure.
I feel like I'd get to, and it'd be fairly easy for me to work security.
Okay.
Just saying, I have everything you need for a great security guard. So
Okay.
I'm not saying it's my first thing, but I certainly wouldn't mind.
All right. And would you stick with the Sterling steel shaft as the security guard?
Oh no, that was just a joke because I was put on the spot
Yeah.
when we first started, and I was like, shit. No, that's a good one. I don't know.
Marcus tight ass.
No. Though Marcus isn't bad.
Marcus Loose Ass?
No, wow, you're really terrible.
Marcus prolapse.
Really? What the fuck? No, I was actually. I kind of like the name Atticus.
Atticus Gaping Shithole.
Whoa.
Wow.
Shit.
Really?
Atticus Gape. There we go. That's it.
What the fuck is with all the asshole references?
Gabe Elliott.
Gabe Elliott. that was fucking good.
That was a good one.
Yeah, there we go.
I'm not calling you an asshole, Gabe. I'm just
No,
saying.
no.
Yeah, just
I'm just
yeah,
saying.
for
To
porn.
completely co-opt somebody else's name.
Oh,
you
yeah.
steal someone else's name.
Be like,
as
hey,
a-
I'm Sterling Morris. What? Yeah, that's me.
That's me.
That's identity theft. I mean, it's my stage name.
It's my
I don't know.
stage
Stage name. I'm not claiming
Does
that's
he-
my real name. No one
is-
uses a real name in porn.
I'll be honest. I might even go with just Sterling Silver.
Sterling Silver?
This is
Okay.
my first and last name. People are always like, "Oh, is your last name Silver?" I might just literally do that.
That
Just-
would work.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Sterling Silver. Don't fuck with him.
Or
fuck
that's
with him.
that's Silver. Yeah.
That's Silver Brown.
Silver Brown.
Would you
brown,
put like
brown,
a streak of silver in your hair?
Oh.
I could.
Or like get a silver like plated like grill or like tooth?
No, I don't like
Or like a
girls.
silver nose ring.
There you go.
Fuck. A silver Prince Albert. No, that's
What
the
the
myth.
fuck?
That's the myth. Why do they
That's
call
the
you?
myth.
Why do they call him silver? Well, it's said he has a Prince Albert that's made out of pure silver.
Oh, there you go. That's
That-
a little bit of great mystique.
That
I
is
fucking
the
like it.
mystique right there.
Said he has a Prince Albert made of gold. What? I don't know.
I don't know.
The name kind of got away from him.
it just
And the
it got
rumor.
away from everyone.
It grew.
Yeah. Oh, it did it grow? Did it
oh.
grow?
Made out of pure gold, but he's fucked so many bitches it became silver.
It tarnished.
Wow.
He thought it was gold. It turns out it was probably like stainless steel. It was
Stainless steel.
Surgical steel.
Covering
It's
on
actually it's all green down there now.
Oh, mother of God.
It was
another
silver
name.
for a while. Now it's kind of green.
Kind of brassy.
It's not great.
I'm gonna send this section of this podcast out immediately after Sterling leaves to
Thanks,
his
bro.
friend. Yep.
Thanks, bro.
His code name is also known as Gangrene
Wow.
because you
guys
didn't get high
What is
quality.
with this?
I don't
What is
know.
with
I
it?
don't know.
It's like there's a switch turned on in the podcast where it's just like, you know what? Let's shit on Sterling.
No, not at all.
Anyway.
Sometimes, yes.
I don't know, but that was good. But again, going
Sometimes,
yeah. But yeah.
I think probably just be like a PA because I don't
Okay,
like.
that's a production assistant.
I don't know that I. Are we assuming that I have the expertise available to?
Yeah,
do the job
any
all
job you
Yeah,
want.
any job.
Like-
Dream
like,
porn job.
I mean, my dream porn job wouldn't be videographer or DP. It'd probably be directing and writing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But so
I would love
but,
to write.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I don't know that I could I like writing. Don't think I could write porn.
I think
don't
I
know.
could.
I mean, I feel like okay.
I've joked about it before. I don't think I could seriously do it. I think I would get maybe a little disparaged at the lack of depth.
Okay, well, okay. So there's two things to that. There are the porns that are like they go in and they're campy and they're like,
Yeah, no, of course. I know there are.
But then you also have the porns where like, I mean, granted, there's been like, well, it's a scene and then like, the sex that happens normally like you see in a movie just tends to be sex, and then like that's where you get like the kind of the weird gray area of like NC-17 and like actual like XXX.
Yeah.
No, I'd like to give it a shot. Another one sorry, I had to just trample over you, Jason. But
No, you're good.
I was just thinking, like, another name. Thomas Jefferson. One of my favorite presidents. So, yeah, just go with the just complete name swap in.
All right.
Or Jefferson Sterling. I kind of like that. Switching
I
my
just
last
realized
for first
if
name.
I go with Rusty Howard, like it's still RH initials for like Ron Howard.
Yeah, perfect. Even better. Good nod.
Rod Howard. Oh.
Now you're an actor.
Yeah, I don't know. I probably right now I'd probably go either PA because I think you'd get to kind of see a lot of what's going on, just kind of like bouncing around. Or maybe like working the craft services table because I feel like you'd probably get a lot of cool gossip over there.
Oh god, that'd be fun.
It's fun, but not as fun as you think because you actually do a lot of runs to get crafty, so you're not there as much.
Oh.
Damn.
Yeah,
I'd like to be on
but
set.
being a PA, like not being the PA crafty, like designated person.
Yeah.
Like if you were just a PA, but you had to be by crafty because you had to lock it down during sets. That's where it's fun.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like I don't know,
Yeah.
somewhere I could like linger around there.
Yeah.
Because that's like the porn star watering hole.
Yeah,
You
you,
know,
just
like,
eat a lot of shit
Yeah.
for no reason because it's there.
Also do that. So I'm not terrible at
It
this.
is literally the worst. Literally standing by a crafty table for 8 hours and you're just like, oh, donut hole. Oh, cookie. Oh, coffee. Oh, coffee. Oh, coffee.
Coffee.
Literally, there was a time I was on set and I would like look to another PA and he was like, switch spots with me just for like an hour. Like I can't stop eating. He's like, no, man, I don't want to be over there. Like, do you see how fat I am? And I was like, nah, you're not fat. Get over here. He's like,
Get
no.
your ass over here.
Get over here.
Good
Okay.
reference.
Okay. Name wise.
Yeah.
I've been trying to think of the name piece.
What if you did like middle name, like Toddy P, like not even last name, just like Toddy.
The hottie toddy.
Hottie toddy.
Hottie Toddy.
Oh god.
Oh, that's what they call the semen that come out. Oh, bum knock.
You got Sterling on that one. He was taking a drink of water.
I'm sorry, sir. I wasn't looking at you. I was looking at Jay. I didn't know you were drinking.
He was definitely like not even just drinking, but like fountaining a drink
Yeah.
like, down his throat.
So it could be
like,
quiet. I was like,
Yeah.
I'll just. Nope.
Oh, God.
Never mind.
Sorry.
Oh, mother of God.
Yeah.
But if you did have your first name as Todd and you cummed on a woman's face, you could call it the hot toddy
The hot toddy. Yeah.
instead of a cum shot. That's your signature move, the
good
hot
one.
toddy.
The hot toddy. Oh God.
Come on
can't
her
even get over
face.
this
You're gonna mix it
anymore.
up.
And then you take some like
No.
tea
Lemon?
leaves or something. I don't know.
Here's rip a tea bag open over her face or tea bag
No,
her.
come
I
on her
guess.
face, but you just take like a shot of just like alcohol, like afterwards, like immediately, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
like. Okay,
I do
there you
like
go.
the cum shot and then you tea bag and that's the hot toddy.
I don't know that I want to dip my nuts in my own jizz though. Like all the time. That was
That's
my
a
signature
lot.
move.
That's a lot.
like-
That's a lot.
Or worse, like if it was a bukkake and you were just like
Oh.
you were like the feature,
Nope.
so all the guys went
Nope.
before you.
No.
and then you had to, they're like
Uh-uh.
the director's like, do the hot toddy. And you're like,
I like how Thomas's
Tom's
hand
face there
gesture.
and hand gesture was beautiful. Apparently, my nutsack was like
Like
Santa's sack.
solid.
Like it was like he had to pick it up with
4
two
inches
hands.
long to then also have balls enough to hit to smack. It's a freaking flail.
It was. It was impressive. Apparently. But yeah, I think that's. I think I would go with like hot toddy.
the hot toddy.
If I was just like
Yeah. But like
hanging out,
toddy would be TODDY.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. I like that. All right,
just
guys.
call him Todd.
and then
Anyways.
if I had to like step in, they're like, hey man, our lead broke his dick in both his ankles in
Fuck.
in a freak car accident.
A freak toddy accident.
We need hot toddy to step up. I'd be like, oh, okay.
Oh, good.
I guess in this scenario, I'm also single. My wife has also died maybe in a freak car accident. I don't know.
And Jason is incredibly well endowed and a master of all things sex. And that's why they call him in. He's the ringer.
There's been a rumor on set
Oh, God.
that
First
you
my
are
dick's rotting off.
the hot
All of
toddy.
our other PAs are women, and unfortunately, this requires a male presence.
And it's an all-female set except for you.
Yeah,
'Cause
they're like, I'm up for the challenge.
for the challenge.
Take.
Actually, I don't think I could act in like porn.
I would not be able
Like,
to.
like, yeah, I just don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, I've never been put in that situation, so I guess I won't know until day of. But like,
Yeah.
I feel like day of, I would be sitting there with my dick in my hand, being like, "It's scared.
It's scared.
It's
What do
scared."
I
It's
do?
scared. I can't.
How do I sex?
I just put it in here, right? But there's gonna be lights and everyone's staring, and they're gonna be like, "All right, stop.
And we just go until I
Keep it
finish?
hard.
No, we
We're gonna stop for like 2 hours,
stop.
but you gotta stay hard for those 2 hours because we gotta be able to go whenever." I'm like,
God.
"Okay."
I feel like
You said 2 minutes, right? No, 2 hours.
Oh, you know my name is Rusty 2 Minute Howard, so I don't
Rusty 2-minute hours.
I don't know what
Yeah, it's amazing. I did watch a documentary, and it's like, yeah, for like 5 minutes worth of sex, it's like 8 hours of work for us, and a lot of stop and go and changing of angles. And
Yeah.
Have you ever had the director and the camera guy inside your vagina? Was literally what one of the women said, and I was like, I guess that sounds awful.
That sounds pretty bad.
Yeah.
Just being at Video Village, being like, oh man, is that penis coming in right? Okay, can you put the penis in? Out? In? All right, no, sorry. Can we get the spray guy in there? It's not wet. It doesn't look wet enough on camera.
Keep it glossy. Oh God.
Yeah, film it like a fucking food commercial. Fuck you guys. Anyways, so I might have a career in porn. So keep out an eye out for Rusty Howard.
I'm really curious now.
'Cause
I want you to have this career, so I can.
I will not tell you if I get the job.
Yeah.
By the way, because I'm actually a pretty private person. Weird, I know.
For this podcast.
But if you start seeing Ron or Rusty Howard out there, then you know.
If you start seeing Ron Howard in Southern porn,
wow,
it's gotten real.
Shit's gotten real.
real.
Fucking next encounter porn.
You're like,
Good reference.
Fuck, dude. Anyways, yeah, it's good times. I came in hard the other day on you.
I'm glad I wasn't there for that. Well,
about we
yeah.
I don't
Please
really
explain.
I don't really care
please save the moment.
I know. I don't
Pull it out
really
of the
care
tailspin.
about Disney, but when I was younger, like Disney Channel original movies were the shit.
They were.
And we've had a discussion about Disney Channel movies here.
Yeah, we're all fans for sure.
I'd say we're fans, but I'm not like Disney Annual Pass. I gotta fucking get on front all the Mickeys. I'm just like, oh, Disney. Actually, I feel like some of the movies recently Disney's put out, it's kind of been subpar and not that great. But there was a Disney Channel original movie that I remembered, and I came in hard on Jay, being like, "Do you remember this movie?" And he was like, "No."
That?
He
So-
walked in the door and he's like, "Hey man, like,"
Because I was
yeah,
thinking
he had
about it all the
bags.
way over.
He was like, "I'm moving in." I'm like, "That's funny." He's like, "Do you remember this movie?" Like,
Yeah.
Like,
So-
the second thing out of his mouth.
Sterling, are you ready?
All right, I'm ready.
All I remember about the movie is there's these aliens that come to Earth, and they're bubble people. Like they turn into bubbles, and they have to like rehydrate in the sink. And like she like moves in with this family where the son and his friends are in a band. She joins the band and ends up being the singer 'cause she's a really good singer. But the songs she writes are like lyrics she stole from like other people's songs. And he's like, the guy gets mad. He's like, no, you can't. That's not music. You can't do that. And then there's like another girl that like catches on, and she's like, something's off about this girl. What's going on? And then like another girl was like, do you know how she gets her hair to look so good? And like the one girl was like, all I know is she falls into sinks, because there was one time at a party that like she had to like go rehydrate, the bubble girl. And then she came out and she was all wet, and the girl who was like kind of onto her was like, why are you all wet? And she's like, oh, I fell in the sink. And like that was it. And the main boy actor is the guy, he played Frankie Muniz' brother in the other Disney Channel original movie about like the cars that go, the soapbox derbies, where like Frankie Muniz is like paralyzed, and he has like,
I recognize that.
I
and he has like
that
the
movie.
handbrake,
Yeah,
and then like he kind of comes in at the end because they're not gonna let him race, and his brother's like, my teacher taught me about the American press, so if we don't let my brother race, then this is gonna be the story in all the papers, and your organization's gonna be screwed. But that's the guy.
Okay.
He was also the lead in The Jersey. Do you remember The Jersey?
I
The
do
show
remember The Jersey.
that gave the kids the superpowers
Yeah.
to be athletes. And then last season they like found out if you invert the jersey, then you don't actually become the athlete. You just get the athlete's abilities.
Yeah.
And then they figured out that's how his grandfather was really good at football.
I do recall that one.
Yeah. Do you remember that Bubble movie though?
Nothing
I
on the
do
bubble
not
movie.
remember the Bubble movie, though.
Fuck.
Like, at all.
Fuck.
Yeah.
He knew what, like, I love that he's like, all I remember, and then he goes in this like 8-minute diatribe.
It's like, it sounds like the breakdown on IMDb, to be
Like,
honest.
I
I'm
have
like, Jesus Christ,
like
that
a
was, like, the whole
vivid
movie
scene.
synopsis.
I have that vivid, and then like they kill the bad guy Bubble, who's like really big on the front yard of their lawn. They pop it with like a pencil.
Oh. I do not remember this
No.
at all.
That's a design flaw
Yeah.
What?
You could
of
pop
like
him with a
of
pencil.
a nemesis.
He's a bubble.
I know, but I mean, did the bubble people? Do they not design pencils?
I don't know, man.
Just-
I don't know what you're asking me. I don't remember anything about this movie.
yeah, except the entire synopsis.
I don't know. It's like weird shit like that gets stuck in my brain, and I think about it every now and then. And lately, for some reason, that's the one thing I've been thinking about. I don't remember if it's like bubbles or what.
Mine's mostly cartoons, and now thanks to technology and Amazon, I have gone out to buy those cartoons.
Yeah.
So
Now that I have the money.
Did you know that Denny's has a Voltron cup?
yes, they do. I want it really bad.
I literally asked. We were waiting to pay, and I was like, I wonder if Sterling has a Voltron cup yet.
I do not. I want it. I needs it, to be honest.
Bubble Disney movie. Okay, real quick.
Oh my god! All right.
Real quick. I know we have Google and we can look everything up, but I remember a time when I was a kid and like these were the discussions we had as kids when literally one kid would be like, "Do you remember?" And you would have to discuss it, and then either the other kids would be like, "Yeah," or they'd be like, "No," and you'd be like, "You're fucking weird," right?
You guys still do that to me.
Right.
What do you mean the other kids? This happened, I think, last week with Silverhawks.
Yeah, that doesn't exist. That's not
Doesn't
weird.
exist.
I've brought the DVD over.
You
Have we watched
photoshopped
it?
that.
Oh
You
my
brought
god.
Yeah.
you brought a case.
You did. We didn't
with
open
a
it.
silvery disc inside
Yeah.
of it.
But anyway, so I try not to Google everything because
So
I remember the
much.
time of just like having a discussion with humans. But this will not be my new Christmas Story sequel movie with the
I do
Chinese
remember
tops.
that. Oh yeah, it wasn't with tops. Yeah.
Yeah.
Battle tops.
Chinese tops, yeah. And
It
I
goes that special one, and it looks all flowery.
Yeah.
But it's like supposed. It's
yeah,
Yeah.
and like I
my
would
God.
describe that movie to Jason, and he's like, "It sounds like a Christmas story." I'm like, "No, it's not a Christmas story." But then I'll be like,
But it was the same
takes,
actors.
But it takes
But
place in the
it's
same
like the
house,
same house?
and there's like the hounds, like the dogs. And he's like, "That's not a Christmas story." I'm
Except
like,
they
no,
go-
but there's Chinese tops.
they both fall down the sewer.
Yeah, and then
they
that's
go-
how it ends.
That
That fight.
That's how that fight ends. But the movie keeps going because
He like moves away.
no, they just go fishing.
No, he goes. He's moving. Ralphie moves from
I
the
don't
house.
remember them moving. I remember
Yeah.
them having the issue with the Bumpus's dogs, and them finally going fishing.
Stepsister from a weird planet.
Stepsister
you know what?
from
The
a
name
weird
rings
planet.
a bell. I don't think I've ever watched it, but the Weird Planet thing that does ring a bell.
I've got nothing.
Oh fuck! I feel
totally
like
blanking
an
out on it.
asshole right now.
Okay.
Okay,
Commence.
so it's not the brother from that
shit.
movie,
Okay.
but you're visualizing his face, right?
Yeah.
Like you can visualize his face. This is why I thought of him. Like imagine that face but with a wig. They look eerily similar, right? So I had the face down. I just didn't remember it was a woman.
Oh, wow. Burn.
You guys, okay, it's been like almost 14 years since I've seen this movie, so chill.
With the eyes going like.
Yeah, it looks just like him, right?
does look
Like I
very
imagined that face. I was like, oh yeah, it's totally the guy, and no, it's actually a sister.
Okay, yep. I can totally
That's
see
really
that.
awesome.
Definitely a female.
Oh fuck yeah, I feel so vindicated right now. Came out in 2000, so I was literally fucking no one because I was 10 years old.
I was nobody.
Yep.
I was 9 actually. Oh, you guys have anything you want to talk about?
I don't actually have any topics this week.
Whoa, prepared.
Well, it wasn't even that. It's been a stressful week.
Yeah.
So
Oh shit.
I thought I did really well with the fox hunt last time.
You did. That was a good.
It was a struggle for me because I've got negative game. Do you guys want a word?
Yeah,
Yes!
let's end on a word.
Yes, please.
You got so excited.
Well, 'cause
Courtney
you guys got a
Draper. What has she been
Draper?
up to lately? Draper.
name. As in like Don Draper relative?
She played Elizabeth on Bioshock Infinite. Interesting. Dude, fucking 13th year. I haven't fucking watched that movie forever. Looks like she has a lot of voice acting.
So the word is bogey.
Okay.
Bogey. Bogey.
Okay.
Sentence would be. I don't know. Do you have a bogey I could like borrow? I guess, or do you have any bogeys on you?
Okay.
Huh.
Like, it would be like an item.
Oh,
I guess
bogey is an object. So bogey is a noun.
it's a noun. Yeah.
Huh.
A replacement noun.
All right.
Can I actually go first?
Yeah, go ahead, brother.
All right.
Take this.
Bogies, as we know, is another term used in the Air Force as missiles or like other airplanes. You're like, oh, you have a bogey on your tail.
Yes.
What kind of looks similar in the schoolroom to a missile? A pen. They kind of have the same cylindrical shape
Yeah,
with the
nice job,
point
brother. Good
and
recovery.
the cone.
Okay.
So I'm going to say a bogey is, hey, do you got an extra pen?
All right. I was thinking because this generation is just twisted. So with bogey and it being like a foreign object or either that or going off British from like Harry Potter, like a bogey. But I'm thinking it's either a joint or cigarette.
Point to Sterling. It is a cigarette.
Okay, see, yeah. I was
I
like
like where you going with it, though, Tom.
I do like that.
Yeah.
I think that would have been a lot better.
See, my first
Would've
one was
been
going to be a
better.
joint as well, but then I was like, no, I mean kids, man. No one smokes or anything anymore, right?
Everyone smokes
Dude,
all the
it's
things
bad.
nowadays. It's terrible.
Do we already do grimy? I didn't.
I don't remember grimy.
haven't heard
We'll
of
save it
grimy.
for next time.
Cool. I just make sure.
So what's the
That
score?
was my last one that I had.
What's the score?
Sterling and Gabe tied for 4. Tom's still at 5 in the
Sick.
lead.
All right.
Oh, my nipples are so hard. Anyways, you guys, this is going to do it for episode 49. Thank you so much for listening. Please like and subscribe on iTunes. Please review us. We're almost at 50 episodes. The next episode is number 50. That's a pretty good milestone.
Yeah.
It's pretty
Huge.
good.
I'm trying to think of something special to do on there and whatnot. I don't know.
Yeah, we kind of discussed like.
Having like
having
like
that-
guests or
Well, we also discussed like what milestone to celebrate.
yeah.
And like that or a year, and we figured that this is probably like a little cleaner
Yeah.
and easier to celebrate, and it's very close to a year.
Yeah,
Yeah,
very much so.
I mean, and I'm sure at 52, I'd be like, yeah, it's been a year.
Yeah, but it just was like
I get to celebrate by we get to repay our hosting fee on our website.
Ah, yeah, dishing out money.
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, so super excited. I don't know if anyone follows our Facebook page or Twitter, but follow that for information. We're thinking about launching a Patreon page. I know we've talked about it before, but now that we're almost at a year, we feel like maybe we should, try to do that stuff. So keep an ear out for that. We're actually thinking of some really cool shows and products to give away each month and all that fun stuff. So I know it's exciting and whatnot because we've been thinking about YouTube, but YouTube's kind of taking a shit right now. I don't know if you follow that at all. But yeah, people are leaving YouTube and kind of doing their own
Not
thing.
great. They're hemorrhaging content.
So
Indeed.
so we'll think about it. But stay tuned if you're interested in that. That'd be awesome. Email us at chubbycatpodcast@gmail.com. I'm tired of getting you spam people, so stop it. And Adrian, I'm calling you out, man. Hey, man, what's up? Thanks for being our fan. Sorry I don't really reply to you on stuff on
Sorry, I
Chubby
don't
Cat. Repoke. I don't poke you. I don't poke people on Facebook. I suck at replying to people, but I do appreciate what you do and liking our stuff, and I see you. We all see you
We do see you.
down in the proverbial litter box. That's gonna do it for me.
I like it.
But until next time, you guys. Until our 5-0. May you guys stay sharp. May you guys stay cool and don't catch on fire. Buy some floaties. And until next time.
Damn it! I thought you were gonna rhyme.
I
May
really
you stay
did.
sharp. May you stay cool. May what was it? Something about buy some floaties,
Floaties.
and stay in school or something.
Oh.
Yeah,
I was waiting.
real
I was like,
close.
I was like, come on.
I
No.
didn't know I was rhyming. But yeah, guys. Rub-a-dub chubs.